Good morning. I was gonna say good Monday, but that kind of sounded like Good Friday. I don't know why. Oh boy, my light is a little harsh, isn't it? You can barely read my hat. Not something we're gonna worry about right now. We got more important things to do, like baseball dailies. Hope everyone had a good weekend. As a Mets fan, wasn't really great, but I mean that's kind of par for the course at this point. If you're an Astros fan, you had an even worse weekend, I guess. My God, I think the Astros are done. Like, done. Like, I know they've got injuries, but everyone has injuries. But I mean, I think they're done. Like, they're not gonna be the presumptive AL West powerhouse anymore. I don't think it's the Mariners. I think the Rangers are still going to be next year. I think it's going to be the Rangers once they're all healthy and so forth. But yeah, I mean, I didn't watch any of the Mariners Astros series. I tuned in for bits and pieces and looked at the scores, and I'm like, geez, this team is fried. And then I watched last night. I saw the grand slam in the second inning, and I'm like, whew, this is ugly. Yeah. Other stuff went on this weekend. I am having a tough time. If you know me, take care of yourself because I am a harbinger of death apparently these days, and I am not dealing with it well. All right, let's get into some actual baseball stuff, shall we? Put our record up there. I didn't work on the stream at all this weekend. I was doing other things that I had going on. So we're going to have to just deal with these things. Let's see what we last week we went 7-2, which is our average at an average week since the last great reset. Let's go ahead and do this shiz, shall we? Let's get started here on starting nine. Good way to start the week. My favorite thing. My favorite daily to play. Let's go ahead and get started and see what trouble we can come up with here. Let's start with our catcher as usual. We got Phil Roof and Echebarren. I only know Phil Roof because he was the manager of the Salt Lake Buzz when they first showed up in Salt Lake. He was their manager for quite a while. Now the Bees. Now they're the Angels versus the Twins. But Phil Roof, the thing is, I don't know who he played for. That's my problem. I know a lot of names, but my memory and just my intelligence don't help. Echebarren, I feel like I've heard that name before, but that's certainly not going to help me. I'm just going to go with the Twins just because that's where I know Phil Roof from. And hope we get it. No, he did not. Well, he might have caught for Twins at some point. Pilots, I don't know, whatever. All right, let's go pitchers. Okay, we got Palmer, which, I mean, I have to assume until I know differently, Jim Palmer and Kraus. Echebarren for the eyebrows. Now, that's a tough, touchy subject for me. I got these fucking caterpillars that I've dealt with my whole life. Look like Eugene Levy's illegitimate son. But okay, I will do so. I make fun of my eyebrows a lot now, but boy, I tell you what, as a young person already full of angst, that's something. All right, well, I'm going to just, until I know differently, like I said, assume that that's Jim Palmer. We'll go. I just don't know if Jim Palmer and Phil Roof, I feel like Roof played earlier than Palmer. I don't know if their careers coincided, but hey, like I said, Like I said.
Hi, my name's Alfred D'Elia. At home they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Oh. I don't hear it, but did that? I didn't. Over under 6.5. Oh, one streak breaker. That's never good. That's never good. Let me play it again. I didn't hear anything. I don't know.
Hi, my name's Alfred D'Elia. At home they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Why the no? Why I don't hear it? Where did it go? I hit dingers. Monitor and output. All right. Well, you all heard Big Al. That's all that matters. I like to hear Big Al. Let's see here. September 22nd, 1966. Jim Palmer strikes out 8 as Orioles clinch American League pennant by David Krell. Let me update my stand. I don't really. Again, I didn't fix this. I said I was going to. In classic Jeff style, I have all these ideas and then I just don't do them because I'm a lazy son of a bitch. All right, we'll update that. All right, let's see. 1966. This is a regular season game. End of the season. The A's probably not. Let me write that down. The O's. The A's probably not in it. I'm going to say this was he struck out 8. I'm going to say this is a 2 hour and 51 minute game. A little bit off, a little bit quicker. In front of a raucous crowd. Yeah, they were not in it. A raucous crowd of 5,250. Raucous. All right. Louis Aparicio. He's a Cleveland, or not Cleveland, a White Sox guy. Boston, too. Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. Frank Robinson, kind of a giveaway. Brooks Robinson, kind of a giveaway. Boog Powell, kind of a giveaway. None of those are 3 positions I would choose, technically. Davey Johnson, okay, that would have pointed me. All right, let's see this guy. Oh, yeah, we've seen him. We've seen Andy before. I feel you, Andy. Regardless, he played 15 years in the big leagues. Looks like he's your perennial backup catcher. Not a lot of power. He got MVP votes his first full season. Wow. 7 games in the big leagues, plus a pretty big gap here between his cup of coffee and his second cup of coffee. But wow. That's 221. Must have been a pretty good defensive catcher. 2 World Series, 2 All-Star appearances. All right. I see you. Died a little while ago. California guy. I don't know where Roland Heights is. All right. I feel you, Etch. That's what we're going to call him, is Etch. And then Jim Palmer there. For the A's, Campy, Rick Monday, I think more of his the Dodgers, captain, Dick Green. Phil Roof was with the A's. Okay. See, Minnesota, I wasn't completely speaking out of my butt. John Donaldson, not the John Donaldson I was thinking of, not the Negro League John Donaldson. Lou Krause. All right. Well, good start. I'm already worried about the streak breaker. All right, let's do next one. Uh-oh. Negro League or All-American Girls? I'm hoping it's Negro Leagues. All right. It's not All-American Girls. Quincy Troop, and Ray Noble. Definitely know Ray Noble. Again, don't know what team. I know Ray Noble. I've heard this name before. I think let's go with the Grays first. I never remember if it's the Grays or the Crawfords that were the team. Uh-oh, this broke everybody's streak. 19, pretty early debut. Oh, yeah. that John Donaldson is Josh Donaldson's father? Really? No. You're pulling my leg. I didn't think so. Out of all those A's games I watched with him, and that had never been brought up. See, I have the ability to speak, but nobody gets my sarcasm. But when you type that in chat, there's zero ability to read if you're joking or not. All right, let's go Homestead Grays. If this broke your streak, then that means it's probably not one of the normal, like big Negro League teams. Don't be sorry. I'm just joking. You can put a lol after it or a /s. That will tell me right away that you are joking. All right, let's go pitchers. Bremer and Barnhill. That's no help. That's no help. All right. What we're going to do is I'm going to use that train of thought. We're not going to pick we already did the Grays. We're not going to pick the Crawfords or the Monarchs. We're going to go like Newark Eagles type. Yeah, let's do that. No. If this is the House of David, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it if I ever miss the House of David. You missed it and you know all the answers. Well, that's definitely not a good. That's not a good sign. All right, let's go short. Yeah, we'll do the usual here. Silvio Garcia. That's my favorite. It's not my favorite. It's one of my favorite Always Sunny episodes. Pepe Silvio Garcia. That's not a deep cut. That's more of a meme cut. Even if you don't watch Oh, It's Always Sunny, you've seen the meme, I'm sure. But Al Smith, all right. Let's go. Trying to find a Negro League team we've never chose before. Like the we've done the Cubans, the New York Cubans. We've done the Black Yankees. Although we might go back with them. The Indianapolis Clowns. Henry Aaron played for the Clowns at one point. The Jacksonville Redcaps. I have never heard of this team. And we're going to go with them. I would have lost it. I would have lost it if that was it. All right, let's go center field. Sam Jethro Tull and the Cleveland Dave Clark 5. Those are boomer references there. I apologize. Cleveland Clark. It was a shame that his Family Guy spinoff didn't go as well. Cleveland Clark and Sam Jethro. That almost sounds like a Beverly Hillbillies. Rosh Hashanah is this week, but sadly I did not schedule House of David. Well, that's good because I'm not going to guess House of David then this week. I don't even know how I would know if it was a House of David game. Unless I've got 4 names or 5 names and they're all just incredibly Jewish. Then maybe I would do it. That would be my only giveaway. Cleveland Clark. That is a great name. All right. Chicago American Giants. Cincinnati Cubans. I'm looking for names that might have been added recently. It's not going to be the Eckfords again, I don't think. We got the Elite Giants, the Baltimore Elite Giants, which we did have a couple of weeks ago. The Atlanta Black Crackers. Let's go with the Black Crackers. Are the Clowns are in there too, right? No, there's no. I thought Atlanta had a Clowns team too, because one of the Negro League teams in Atlanta played. It's now a Home Depot, but there's this tree. I think we covered it on the pod a long time ago. They had this huge oak tree in center field that was in play. Babe Ruth at one point hit one into the tree, and that tree still stands. And I didn't know about this when I lived there, unfortunately, because I would love to see this tree. The Indianapolis Clowns. Yeah, I know the Indianapolis Clowns, but I feel like Atlanta had a Negro League team with a Clowns moniker at some point, but I'm not sure. But let's go with the ABCs here. Nope. All right. Last get. Is this the streak breaker, first of all? Let's go just for fun instead of second base. That would be our usual go-to. Let's go a corner. We go corner, infield or outfield. See, now normally I would take a poll here and say, okay, chat, what position should we choose? And then you guys would inevitably choose one that gave it away for you, that won't give it away for me, and then I'll be embarrassed. Although I think if this stream has any charm, it's that it makes everybody feel smart because they can compare themselves to me. I drove my wife crazy last week with my dumb brain, but also I will admit, last week I could not remember old Hoss Radburn for the life of me. And I laid in bed a couple of mornings trying to remember his name. I remember everything about him. I remember, all the wins, flipping off the camera in that picture. I remember all these things about him, and I couldn't remember his name last week. And I think I need to go see a doctor, a brain doctor, because I do have Alzheimer's in my family. Infield corner. All right. I feel like third base is the way to go here. All right, we're going to just do it. It's not going to help me. I'm just going to say. Manny Minoso. Well, see, I don't know who he played for in the Negro Leagues. I just know White Sox. Unless it's just a White Sox game. I don't know. Maybe this is a White Sox game, and maybe we have got somebody with the same last name here. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. This is my best shot. I do want to know who he played for in the Negro Leagues. 8 decades he played across. All right, let's try it. No, it was a Negro League game. 1947, Noble Slam gives Cubans 2-1 series lead by Mike Lynch. Brain doctor equals neurologist. We'll see. I won't remember that. And maybe that's part of the problem. My wife will know, though. She's a doctor. All right. 1947, a Negro League series game, though. But, man, this might even be under 2 hours. I'm going to say 158. Let's see. Retros usually have it. Oh, my God. I almost said 157. I almost said 157. Oh. Damn it. So that would have made up for the loss. And by the way, did I not at some point say, I think I mentioned the Cubans at some point. So close. Let's see. We got anybody here that I had heard of that would have helped me. Minnie Minoso. Well, I mean, I heard of Minnie Minoso, but Ray Noble I want to look at. Rabbit Martinez. No, there's nobody here that would have helped me. I do want to look at Minnie Minoso, who he played for. Who is New York 6? Just the Cubans. Wow. He played for the Cubans. Oh, this is a batting log. Sorry. All right, let's go here. Minnie Minoso. Well, I mean, I got the White Sox right. Was the New York Cubans? Who else would have been on this? Well, there's Ray Noble again. Cleveland Clark. Let's see what Cleve's done. Cleveland Clark didn't play for long. Okay. Had a decent, no pop, but outfielder. Ray Noble, 1947. Was that the big one, or was it 46? I did a whole episode on it, but I don't remember. He did not play a lot until, well, he didn't play a lot, period. But then on the Giants, Lyman Bostock? No. Okay. Father of Lyman Bostock. The Bostock I know. Lyman Bostock. I was going to say, there's no way Lyman Bostock, who was murdered, played in the Negro Leagues. This was his dad. Okay. And Mark, I'm sure, mentioned that. He did a story on Lyman a long time ago. Okay. Interesting. Any other names here I know? Pee Wee Jenkins? No. All right. Well, that was definitely, I was going to have to guess. And I did say the name. Want to look. Did the Atlanta Clowns, is that a thing? There's Indianapolis. I think I'm just getting them mixed up with the ABCs. I must, yeah. That's on me. All right, 1-1. Let's get. We got to cleanse the palate now. All right. Montero and Cash. I don't think Norm Cash was a catcher. Kevin Cash? Is that who this is? Maybe? Yeah, if I would have gotten Bostock, I would have thought I would have been like Angels and Twins. And the fact that his name is the same. Well, yeah, and because it comes up Lyman Bostock because it was showing first and last. That would have been what was going on there? Why were we? Is it just because it's the Negro Leagues we automatically get both names, or did somebody share a last name here? Doesn't look like it. Must just be if it's Negro Leagues or All American Girls, it's going to be first and last. Is this the Cash that's the manager? He and Terry Francona always go back and forth. I don't think this is Miguel Montero. I'm going to say this is like an 80s game, but all right, let's try I don't know who he played for, but let's try Cleveland. No. All right, pitchers. Oh, well, that'll help us a bit. All right, so we got Tim Wakefield and maybe Randy Johnson. Assuming that's Tim Wakefield, let's go with the Red Sox first. There we go. We'll take it. We'll take it. let's see. 2008, Tim Wakefield outduels Randy Johnson in battle of starters over age 40. Todd Wormuth. Let's see. 2008. Wow, Randy did not have a good game. Let's go ahead and say 2008. So this is a 3-hour game period. Let's say 312. 248. Okay. Middle of the summer. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Burnsy. We needed the Red Sox here, though. So we've got Jacoby Bellsbury in center. Petey, that would have given it away. Uke would have given it away. I mean, we were going to get this. BMO is in right. Nice. It was Kevin Cash. Who else did he play for? He actually played for Tampa beyond managing them. All right. Wakefield, Manny Del Carmen, Coco in center. See, that wouldn't have been a help. Coco played for way too many teams. Lowell at third would, I mean, we're getting that team. Burnsy, as long as I didn't get him first, because I would have gone A's. But Stephen Drew, I don't know, I think of Cardinals? Or am I just thinking of JD with St. Louis? Yeah, just thinking of JD. O-Dog. I kind of think of as Toronto. Connor Jackson would have helped. Chad Tracy played on a couple of teams. Mark Reynolds, I think of as an Oriole before the D-backs. It was Miguel Montero, and Upton's played on too many teams. I'm glad we didn't need to get the D-backs, but I'll take it. I'll take it. We're back on the winning streak. What did you say today? Over under 6.5. All right, so if we just get our average 7-2, we're going to beat that. We're going to beat that. Papelbon gets the save, the 1-out save, mainly because to catch a predator, Craig Hansen walked 2 and gave up a hit. Jeez. Stephen Drew, who else did he play for? Arizona, Oakland. Boy, I don't think I remember that. Boston. I think I vaguely remember this New York stint. The Nats, I don't at all. Nicknamed Dirt. I mean, that's a great name. Brother of JD and Tim. Hahira, Georgia? I've never heard of that. Hahira. Whatever. All right. Well, 2-1. It's okay. I mean, that I'm assuming that I'm hoping that was the streak breaker, the Cubans game, because that was tough. Thank you, Paul, for putting us here as usual. I enjoy that. Enjoy the game. What drew? Oh, there's going to be a Drew in the walk-off? Uh-oh. Let's see what it is. Nope, not in my walk-off, fortunately. All right, let's see. It looks like it's going to be, it's got a couple of years and then positions. All right, well, Giambi's not in there, so we know that. I'm scared. Uh-oh. Yeah. What did you ask? So Andrew, what are you in your 3 games? Okay, so I'm assuming that's the streak breaker. Although streak breaker for normal people is a lot different than me, as we've proven. All right. Okay, so Semion's going to be here because geez, that is a wide breadth of years there. Jeez. Okay, so Jaha's got to be here because he wouldn't be in the top 5 that long of a series. With 2 home runs. Get out of here. I don't hit home runs anymore. All right, Matt Stairs is going to be here. Walt Weiss is going to be here. I will put him up there at top. The governor, Jerry Brown. I mean, he was played second base more than anything. That doesn't feel right. Okay, and Semien could be here too. Ole's gonna be here. We know that. Miguel Tejada might be over here. He could be here, and he could be here. Wow, these are tough. I think Wayne Gross played third. Giambi, I'm going to say, is going to be here. He could be here, though. I think the key here is to not have a shortstop or a third baseman in this column, which we don't. I don't know who Mario Guerrero is. So I have never heard that. Well, I mean, I've heard these two names. I don't know who Mario Guerrero, who played for the A's, is. So maybe we move Xavi over here. Maybe that was his rookie year in 99. That seems about right. Let's send it and see what we get. Oh. That should be 3 outs. This game should be over. That's ugly. That is ugly. All right. Well, I'm going to say Ole is correct there. We're going to put Stairs over here because he didn't play long enough. And we'll put Giambi over here, I guess. So Walt Semien's got to be over here then. Jeez, that was ugly. I don't know who Mario Guerrero is, and Wayne Gross, I just don't know what position he played. He's clearly in one of these. Here, we'll switch he and the Gov up. That would have killed me if we got it right. All right. Xavi can't be here. Xavi's got to be. Weiss has got to be there. He didn't hit that many home runs, and he wasn't on the team at this point. Mario Guerrero must have been a shortstop. And Semien. Let's see. Semien must be over here. Mario Guerrero is not going to be. One of these two has got to be over here. Let's put. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing anything here. Maybe Wayne Gross played shortstop. Xavi didn't have a whole lot of power, though. But I believe we've already had Semien over here, and it didn't work. Wayne Gross played third. All right. So let's do this. Oh, wait. Sorry. I don't. I'm going to put him at top because obviously I know Xavi played third. God. Who the hell is Mario Guerrero? Sound like Tim Kirkjian there for a minute. All right, so it's got to be Diaz because these two are third basemen now. Weiss is clearly a shortstop. The Gov played everywhere, though. We've had Guerrero over here, I think. All right, this is just a feeler to see what happens. All right, so that still okay. So that means that these two are actually. What does that mean? See, this is where my brain gets fried. Oh, and you guys got to remind me. I got to take this down when we're playing this. If these two are swapped over and it was still 2-2, and then I swapped them and it's still 2-2, that means that they go there. I mean, maybe Wayne Gross played third that year in 1980, but maybe he was mainly at short. What does this mean? Here, let's swap these two. There we go. That just fries my brain. That literally, my brain has got a little bit of smoke coming off it. I don't understand how that works, but we did it. With an asterisk. All right. Let's go on here to the grid. We got Brew Crew, the Dads, 200 wins. Boston, the Twinkies, and 200 Ks. We've only got one Ricky square. Oh, and it takes away my Bruce Hurst square. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do. No Don Mattingly square, obviously. No Wade Boggs square either. Can't use that. These pitchings are going to be my downfall. 200 wins, 200 Ks. You know what? We had him earlier. He helped us earlier. So we'll put him here. Never had a 200K season. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Jim Palmer never had a 200 strikeout season. Is this something that everybody knows? Oh my God. Look at 193, 199. All right. That's the way we're going to do it, huh? That's the way we're going to do it, Jim Palmer. That's fine. Then we're just going to go with easy. I don't care. We're going to get it. That's freaking ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous. 200 plus career wins. Red Sox. Sure, let's go Cy Young. Let's do all the greatest hits. 200 career wins. The Twinkies. Sure, let's do Burt Blyleven. No, let's do didn't Jim Palmer disappoint enough? 199. Did Gaylord Perry pitch for the Twins? I don't know that he did. But let's do Burt Blyleven. I assume he had 200 wins. Walter Johnson, there you go. 200. Let's do the teams. Those are more fun for me, and then we'll fill these out at the end. Let's name some Brewers. Didn't Rob Deere play for the Red Sox? I think he did. Let's see. Oh, we could put Molly here. Sure. I mean, sure. We got to go with all the obvious ones because I can't. I missed by one strikeout. 40%. That's the number one. Jim Perry, not Gaylord. There you go. But he'd fit. We missed it. There's a 76 between these two squares. It's feud time. That's just so disappointing. That Deere was not on the Sox. Who else did Rob Deere play for? Maybe it was the Tigers. Let's see, Teddy Higuera. Maybe Teddy Higuera had a 200+ season, case season. Deere what? Okay. All right, well then I'm going to use him because I like to use Rob Deere. I don't know why. There we go. Let's look at Rob Deere's numbers. There's Detroit. He worked. The Giants. I do not remember him coming up with the Giants. I don't remember him in a Giants uniform at all, or a Padres uniform. Led the league in strikeouts. Remember, these were 186 was a single season record when he did that. Now that's like an average hitter. Orange County, drafted by the Giants. All right. Let's see. Twins and the Padres. Twins and the Padres. No Mike Piazza. Benito Santiago didn't catch for the Twins. Carmelo Martinez, I don't believe, played for the Twins. Phil Plantier and Ryan Klesko. Tim Flannery. Obviously no Ozzie. Dave Winfield. How about that? Ooh, that's a bigger number than I thought. That's probably a number one. Surprising. All right. 200+. Yeah. He really works there. 200+ season. I mean, probably Langston works here. I wonder if Teddy Higuera, just because I think that'd be I mean, our score doesn't matter at this point, but let's just do it. Let's do Langston. He's got some pop. Time to delete the game. Uninstall. Are you kidding me? We only scored a 328. That's not even a home run down the line in most parks. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. All right, this is the problem here. This is my brain. The Padres had two big guys, Mark Langston and I can't remember his name. And this is the problem. Arise. He's a little too modern for me. But yeah, it definitely would work. Who am I thinking of? Like, my brain is literally churning right now. I'm thinking of the Angels. They weren't teammates. Chuck Finley. God damn it. Who never pitched for the Kevin Brown, that would work, wouldn't it? God damn it. What about Storm Davis? Did Storm Davis ever... It's really frustrating when you can feel your mental facilities leaving you. Storm, oh no, he's a reliever. Why would I do that? Kevin Brown and Mark Davis, good answers. Let's see what Teddy Higuera, would Teddy Higuera have worked there? I guess it's probably just Ted. My keyboard, I need a new keyboard. Yep, Teddy Higuera would work. Well, we're gonna put Teddy Higuera there. 14%. Sheesh. Oh, that would have got us a bingo. And then here we'll put Kevin Brown here. Which one is it? I hate these. I think it's this one. Yeah. Average score 7. That was what we got. Jeez. With oh, look at that. We got a number 1 bingo right across there. We got 4 number 1s. That's bad. The Twins or the Brewers were the hard ones. Whew. That's not good. That's not good at all. All right. Well, you know what? We did our best. We did our best. All right. Hey, if you didn't know, there was a new pod we got out. We finally did a new pod. I thought it came out really well too. About a person that we decided here in this chat that we were going to do on, Bo Belinsky. It was fun. It was a fun one. So if you haven't listened to that, please go listen to that, or at least play it in the background, whatever. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, everybody. I hope everyone... Oh, there's hockey tonight, BT Dubs. Hockey tonight. Hockey preseason is even worse than the NHL. Oh, good, Andrew. Thank you for that. NHL preseason is worse than the NFL preseason. I will tell you that. But I'm excited that it's almost hockey season because the Mets aren't going to make the playoffs the way they're playing. 1 week left in the regular season. Yeah, you guys, that's the second episode in the last little bit that you guys have pointed out to me a unique player. And I appreciate that. That's great. I like that. So whenever we come across those guys, if you guys know of that they're good fodder, let me know because that's awesome. That was a great story to do. Hockey, like I said, just preseason. The Leafs don't play till tomorrow. The fact that none of my usual social medias are all, I didn't even know they were starting today, tells me that the Leafs aren't going to be great this year. They'll make the playoffs, I'm guessing, but they're not going to be great. And my favorite player is no longer on the team. So that's wonderful. But yeah, hockey season coming up. I think I'm going to do, like I said, the watch along on the first day or two of the postseason. We'll watch all the games here. Not all of them, but we'll watch some of them. Just kind of hang out while we do that. So hopefully that'll be fun. But thanks, guys, for watching. Stay hydrated. Be good to each other. Not a lot of baseball on today, but watch what you can. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.